Blog Talk Radio.
What's up, everybody? This is part 2 of our Tuesday night show. We had a heated debate, and we got cut off. Software, I guess, can only last an hour and 20 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right away to John in Atlanta. John, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing tonight?
Doing pretty good, man. How you doing?
Oh, I can't complain. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Thanks to my man, Tyrone.
Let me bring him on, too. So I got Tyrone right here. Tyrone, John, Atlanta, one big happy family here.
Hey, what's going on, John? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, Ty?
Hey, nothing much. Hey, man, John was just like, yo, bro, why this system keep crashing, bro? We trying to figure this thing out. We don't know, but I got to stop the presses for you. I'm telling you. Hey, Steve, you got real lucky that the system crashed, but your ass is mine next Tuesday, buddy. Believe that. I'm telling you right there. We're going to finish that. Go ahead, Brother John. How you doing today, man?
Let's go ahead and do Steve. Well, you know, Tyrone, you are kind of wrong because the system said that it was an interruption in the service system and the server went down, and you did it because you was wrong, Tyrone. But,
man, Steve's a good caller, man. But, Steve was coming for me tonight, man. I owe him one. So, John, I want to ask you a question, man. So, right now, how do you feel about the team right now? And how many wins are you looking at for the season, bro?
Oh, man. Hopefully, I'm looking between 8 and 10 on a lucky day. But if Gase is a coach all year, maybe 6 to 7 if we're lucky.
So, John, going into this season now, it's going to be so much different where no fans in the stands, no preseason games, 8 padded practices. What is your biggest concern?
Biggest concern is offensive line. Like everybody's saying, the continuity between the offensive line is, you can plug people in, but until you start playing with people, you really don't know what the other person is going to do. So whether the defensive line running a stunt or whatever, you're just going to look at the next guy and be like, I thought you had him. No, you had him. And the GM said that they was going to protect Sam, so they better be staying late after practices and late nights on that Zoom conference because they got to get together in game 1. They can't be waiting for game 4 and 5.
Do you have confidence in Adam Gase to maybe change his mindset? Like, listen, I have to establish the run, do ground and pound until my offensive line gets in place? Or do you think he's going to be like, you know what, screw it, we're going to still throw the ball a lot?
I think Gase himself is, how can I say this, is a madman. It's his way or no way. So, like, even though you got a stud in Le'Veon, why would you still throw the ball even if your offensive line is garbage? Like, why would you put any quarterback through that with that offensive line? So I don't understand why you throw the ball first, second, and on third down you want to run it now. Like, does that even make sense? So it's just crazy.
Well, I think that you got a real good point, though. I mean, I think that every caller tonight has the same outlook, man. You have to run the football. I mean, especially with the offensive line, 8 padded practices, nobody in the stands. You got to run the football. You have to establish the run. This
Tyrone,
offensive line can.
Don't you think that opposing defenses are going to be looking for that, though? I mean, just based off of the film last year, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I'm putting 8 guys in the box, and I'm challenging not only Sam to beat you, but I'm challenging these receivers to, beat whoever my corners are.
Hey, well, I'm going to tell you this right here. If you put 8 guys in the box against Sam Darnold, your ass is going to lose every time. I'm just being honest with you. I think Sam's going to
Not last year.
Not last year, didn't it?
No wide receivers last year. Hey, Kev, you could have been a receiver and not did anything. Like, what number 1 receiver we had? Robbie made it number 1. Robbie is barely a number 2.
Perriman's not number 1.
So yeah, but we got Perriman, we got Mims, and we even got Crowder now. So
but what is Mims?
You put 8 guys.
What is Mims right now?
You put 8 guys in a box. Only thing I got to do is run a slant. I'm getting 5 yards at a pop.
Hey, John, I agree with you on that one right there, man. I think the one thing Mims is going to have success at is those 7-8 yard quick slants. He's just such a big physical receiver. He'll have success there. I think down the field, we're not going to be able to have a lot of successful Mims. What?
See, and that's the thing. I think that if you're just trying to throw, all these quick slants and, work in between the, 1st and 10, in between 10 yards, not going long, not stretching the field, you're going to have a problem. Teams are going to be looking for the run. Teams are going to be looking for the short pass. Your most effective weapons are Crowder, Herndon, Bell out of the backfield. All those guys are going to be most effective, within 10 yards. So I think it's important early on that you do establish Mims as a deep threat, Perriman as a deep threat, at least try to stretch the field, get those safeties back so that you can work your ground and pound with Bell. Otherwise, it's going to be 8 in the box and, teams are going to be looking for the run and trying to, send the blitz after Sam.
But primetime, what about a healthy Herndon coming back, though? You know what I'm saying? You don't think Herndon will open up the middle of the field?
I think he can. I think he does have that ability as far as speed goes to, stretch things a little bit more. But, I think what this offense is going to come down to is what you get on the outside from your wide receivers. Otherwise, I think just the middle of the field is where, defenses are going to be looking for the ball to go.
Tyrone, I love you, but I listened to you, I think it was last week or the week before, and you said something like Le'Veon was going to get 1,400 yards.
Yep.
I'm happy if I can get 11 or 12. I consider that a great season if I get 11,
This is the
1,200
Waffles
yards.
and Kool-Aid show. This is what this has become. Waffles and Kool-Aid.
Ain't no waffling here. Hey, listen, John. Hey,
that was the Kool-Aid part. That was Kool-Aid part.
Hey, listen. I'm going to take that Kool-Aid. Hey, listen, John. I'm going to stand on that, man. Le'Veon's going to have a great year this year. I give him, I don't care what nobody say. I feel like Le'Veon Bell's going to come out and have an amazing year this year. I really believe that. I really do.
I think an amazing year compared to last year would be like 1,100 yards. I'll put you like this. If Le'Veon gets 1,400 yards rushing, I will buy you a ticket to any game you want next year. We both will go.
What?
Okay, well, Hey, that's that Super Bowl. That's that Super Bowl game right there, John. We need that right there.
You want to go to the
Super Bowl, baby.
Any jet game when fans start going back.
There goes the Super Bowl then. That's out.
Yards rushing.
Hey, listen, John. Hey, Tyson. Make sure we log this tape right here because I'm gonna need that, John. That's that Super Bowl game we'll be going to, brother. I appreciate that, though. Thank you, man. All right.
Oh my goodness, John. Thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Hey, have a good one, John.
Oh yeah, y'all have a good night.
You too.
You too, man.
What's funny was he was on hold and I didn't see him. He was on the bottom. I didn't see his call in there. I'm like, we're sitting there bullshitting and causing all this chaos. And the poor guy was sitting on hold. So we want to apologize to John.
He was on hold the first time, Tyson, when it crashed the first time, too. So, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, John, for calling in, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate him calling in, bro. Good call.
So now we're going to bring on Mr. Justin. Justin, what's up, man?
Just Blaze.
Oh my God! What the hell is going on tonight, man? We got a lot of craziness going on tonight.
Why? What's wrong, man? What don't you agree with?
I don't know. You got a lot of. I don't think they're drinking no Kool-Aid. I think that these record predictions are spot on.
So, Justin, I got a question for you, Justin. Did your boy waffle or not tonight, Justin? Did I waffle? Did I waffle tonight, Justin? Let me know this, man. I need to know, man.
Yeah, I think a little bit. Yeah, I don't think Sanchez is the total reason. I think the defense is pure trash.
But again, that's not a waffle. That's just an awful take.
Hey, come on, bro. Damn, is it awful take now? Listen, I'm going to stand how I feel.
Exactly what that
I'm standing by that, bro. See, now you're going to make me watch the game again. See, y'all going to make me watch the game for the fifth time to cry.
We got cut off before I can give you the answer. Mark Sanchez had the ball for 25 minutes in that game compared to 34-50 for the Steelers. So an extra 10 minutes that Roethlisberger had the ball. So just throwing that out there on top of the fact that the defense couldn't stop the run and everything else. So
Tyrone's take is just terrible. This is what it is.
I'm just saying, Tyson, everybody come from my head. Listen, when you have Steve come for you, bro, you know shit's a problem. I'm just being real with you. When Steve's coming from you,
no coming back from
listen.
That.
Yeah, bro, you can't fix that one, Tyson. I'm in my bag, bro.
So, Justin, what are your thoughts about no preseason games, man? How much is that going to hurt this team?
do you mean is it going to hurt the team? Damn right it's going to hurt the team. You don't know who the hell's going to be on the offensive line. You're going to have battles left and right. You got a whole new offense. You got Herndon coming back. You got Perriman. You got Mims. I mean, it's terrible, to be honest. It sucks for all undrafted free agents. Say what you want about preseason, but that's where these playoff teams develop some depth and these guys get some reps. I mean, I'm kind of a little bit upset that preseason is taken away. To tell you the truth, I like seeing the back end of the roster and the battles, and that's where you can actually see these teams, get some depth. These good teams come playoff time around. That's where you earn the playoff spot, is your back end on the roster. So, I mean, with no preseason and our team this year, it's not good.
No, dude, I completely agree. I mean, I'm in the same boat. Watching a lot of these guys, especially the fringe players, preseason, that's their opportunity. So these guys are usually going all out, balls to the wall. So you really want to see them get that opportunity, especially in front of fans in an actual football stadium. You see how important that is for them to at least get that opportunity. So, again, just kind of mentioning like what we talked about earlier, it's just all the more important that you show up every day in training camp and really just try to separate yourself in the limited opportunities that you have there.
I'm going to ask you guys a question. Who do you think is going to be our projected starting 5 offensive linemen? Let's go with Tyrone first.
We're going with Becton. We're going with Lewis. We're going with Connor. We're going with Van Lawson, and we're going with Fan.
Van Lawson? Who the fuck is Van Lawson?
Come on, Tyrone.
What are we doing here? What is this, some half-ass Jets podcast now? We're going to start creating names now? What is this? Let's talk maybe Jets? What is going on?
The waffle just popped out of the toaster. I think you just had 3 waffles pop out of the toaster. You haven't already.
Ridiculous.
I think the butter, the syrup, and everything just splattered all on the toaster with that one.
Oh, my God. Van Lawson. Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean? I'm a fan. I'm not a sports host. I'm a fan. So whatever the hell
fans better name the players, man. Jesus Christ.
No.
At least you didn't call him Quentin Williams.
Hey, listen, I wouldn't. Hey, listen, I tell you what. Even if I did know his name, I wouldn't put Brian Winters in that spot. I bet you that, buddy.
Oh, come on. Oh,
Brian Winters gets too much
boo. Where's the boo button? Where's the boo button?
So wait, so you're starting George?
Justin?
Are you starting George Fant?
Huh?
You starting George Fant?
I think George Fant's going to start over Becton. I think for the same reason.
Hold on. What?
What the hell? This show is a disaster.
I'm waffling. You gonna start Becton over? You gonna start Fant over Becton? I'm starting Fant on the other side, brother. On the right side.
See, it wouldn't shock me if, like, Adam Gase just gave him that opportunity early on in camp because he was the veteran. They gave him some money. But, dude, you drafted Becton. You drafted him 11th overall. Like, he's supposed to be your left tackle. Unless he looks completely overmatched, which I don't think he's going to be.
Side.
Yeah. No, you're not putting him at right tackle. I don't think so.
I mean, he's played both positions in college. I mean, I know Tyson doesn't like that one, but, I mean, I think they could ease him into it.
Hey, I mean...
Nobody likes that. Nobody likes that one.
I mean, ideally, we want him to start day one. Yeah, I 100% agree with you, but I don't think that's going to be the case with the limited reps. I think that's the issue of the no preseason.
So who are you starting on the right side then?
No, right side. I think the right side is going to be Becton.
Wait, what?
So you're going to start
Fant at left tackle and Becton at right tackle? What the?
Yep.
What are we doing tonight? What is this show becoming? I don't even understand.
I don't know.
This is just horrendous.
I think you guys are sleeping on Chuma Edoga. It's going to be Chuma Edoga season at right tackle.
If there was a time for this show
Clark?
to kick off right now, this would be perfect.
Flip a coin. Throw Clark. You might as well throw Clark in there too. I mean, this offensive line is it. Oh my God.
Cameron Clark, he could compete. I think, it's probably going to be a transition to guard for him. So I don't know if he has enough as a rookie to overtake, Winters or Lewis as a starter. But yeah, if you see enough from him, to keep him as a depth guy, and then next year maybe you part ways with Lewis, who's supposed to earn, I think, $7 million non-guaranteed. Winters is a free agent. I think there might be a place for Clark to start next year. But I think for this year, he's probably depth.
Hey, Prophet, I got a question.
So when all said and done, who's going to be your starting O-line come week one?
For me, it's going to be it's easy. It's Becton, Lewis, McGovern, and then Winters. And I think Fan will probably start early on, but I think by the end of the season, you're going to see Chuma Edoga at right tackle.
Yeah, we're going to have Chuma Edoga. I don't know about that, man. I got to see more from him. See, that's the problem with no preseason. You had to see more from him. I mean, he was a freaking third-round pick. You would hope this guy can do something.
I think he's got the athletic ability to do it, quick feet, and I think he could do it in pass protection. Whether or not he can hold up as a run blocker, I think that's another question, but definitely pass protection, keeping Sam upright, I think he'll be all right there.
Hey, Prime, I got a question for you. You think the plan overall is for Clark and Becton on the same side together when it's all said and done? And that's just small.
That's
a
possibility.
Absolutely.
Definite possibility.
Yeah. And you see the guys working out together too, man. I think, you know what I'm saying, I like what I see from that, bro.
I like that.
That could be a strong left side for a long time, bro.
Yeah, and again, that's like a lot of what some of the other Jet teams that we were talking about tonight, what they did with guys like Kareem McKenzie, Randy Thomas, Ryan Young. You know, those were a lot of mid-round picks. Even Jason Fabini, I think he was second or third round. You know, all those guys, they were starters for multiple years, and so you had that chemistry year to year with your offensive line, and that really allowed some of those teams to, you know, exceed expectations.
Yeah.
So, Prime, right now, I know we're trying to figure out the line, but Prime Time, or even Justin, are you guys more comfortable with the left side? Well, you can't ask Justin. But are you more comfortable with the left side of the line or the right side of the line?
Oof. Probably
Flip a coin on that one.
I'll go with the left just because, like I said earlier, I think Becton, his transition is going to be a little bit easier than maybe some other rookies just because of his size. And then, you know, I would probably think that, I mean, McGovern's in the middle, so I guess that's not really left side, but, you know, Lewis and Winters, I think are kind of a wash, you know. So, yeah, I would take Becton over, you know, whatever you're going to have probably starting at right tackle.
What about you, Tyson?
Excellent. No. I mean, I don't know, man.
Tyson
flip a coin.
I mailed this one in. I'm still when Justin mentioned playing Becton at right tackle, I mailed this one in. I just canceled. I'm done. But in terms of
I don't see it happening, but
I mean, if you're looking at if you could almost make a case if Fant is decent and Brian Winters is playing pretty well, the right side isn't that bad. But I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. So I don't have an answer.
Now let's change the subject. You were talking about the 2015. You think that I think the defense is better than 2015 when we won 10 games.
I'd hope so. I mean, you have C.J. Mosley, you have Jamal Adams, you have a lot more explosive players. You have young.
So Tyson, let me ask you a question. If the defense is better than 2015, and you're saying the offensive line is better, and Sam's better than Ryan Fitzpatrick, which we all know that, why can't this team win 10, 11 games if you're saying we're drinking the Kool-Aid?
First of all, Ryan Fitzpatrick had a better offensive coordinator. Ryan Fitzpatrick also had Eric Decker and Brandon Marshall.
Okay, so what? We have Le'Veon
and the offensive line. The offensive line we're hoping is better, but there's no. The offensive line has a lot to prove, man, and it could take 5 to 6 weeks to get in sync. You could be 1-5 by that point.
I mean, so say our offense is a little bit better than 2015, minus the numbers at receiver. Our defense is better.
What do you mean minus the numbers at receiver? It's fucking 2,000 yards of offense. How do you minus that?
There's plenty on offense. You got Crowder,
Brandon Marshall had more
receiving
yards than the whole team did last year, for Christ's sakes.
I mean, there's plenty of offense. There's plenty of weapons on this offense. I just don't get the notion there's not enough weapons on this offense. Le'Veon Bell, Chris Herndon, Crowder, you're saying he's going to be consistent. Mims is going to give you something, you would think.
Yeah,
and if Sam's that good, he's going to elevate these guys. If Sam is that good,
this isn't a normal
then
season,
Justin. These guys.
To expect anything out of Denzel Mims the first
guys
6
are not
games
as
is
bad
crazy.
As people are making it out to be.
Dude, they're not going to have any fucking practices. Dude, like, this is a rookie has so much to learn in terms of reading a defense, shedding a defender, doing all these things, learning an offense, getting in sync, getting chemistry, doing all these things with no practice and no preseason.
There's one rookie on the offense.
Mims. Becton,
one
that's
rookie.
two.
That's one guy. Perriman, Herndon, Crowder.
I'm talking about Mims. Your expectations for Mims. 30 catches.
I'm not talking.
35
I'm talking
catches.
as a whole. We have enough weapons for Sam. If he's that good, he's going to elevate these guys.
But who's proven? What has Perriman proven? He hasn't proven shit. What has Chris Herndon proven? This guy hasn't been healthy. He didn't play last year.
The point is, if Sam's the truth
the
and he's as good as we think he is, these guys.
Your point is if this, then we'll be good. Not one friggin' no.
I mean, Chris Herndon. I think we know.
To be fair, before 2015,
Crowder, come on, Crowder's not
that
consistent.
Fitz was an
Crowder's
if, and Brandon Marshall was also an if because you got him for a fifth-round pick. So I think there was a lot of ifs before that season as well.
Brandon Marshall also had. Brandon Marshall had how many 1,000 yards?
No, that's what I'm getting into.
Brandon Marshall was a Pro Bowl receiver.
That's what I'm getting into. Yeah. No, absolutely. I'm saying he had more veterans.
Yeah, and how many bad years
resumes, and even on the defense. Just to correct
you, can't compare Perriman to Brandon Marshall, man. Come on, give me a break. It's fucking apples and oranges.
No comparison.
No one's comparing
the two. They're just Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker to anything we have on the team right now. There is no comparison to that. That's not even a conversation to have. Every receiver we have on this team don't match it to the two guys.
The biggest thing with 2015 for me was the fact that the defense, even though we could say that they weren't that great,
offense couldn't move the damn ball.
No, listen, they were fourth in yards, ninth in points allowed, but they were third also in turnovers. So not only were they forcing turnovers and getting Fitz the ball back, the Jets' offense in the red zone was phenomenal. With Marshall and Decker, those guys dominated in the red zone. So when you had the ball and you got inside the red zone, you were getting touchdowns, not field goals. So that was like an identity for that team. The current Jets team, I think I agree with Tyson that there's a lot of question marks, there's a lot of ifs, but I think if they do establish that identity, whether it's Bell or you're able to get Darnold going with more rollouts and things like that, I think there's some comparison, but definitely the receivers make it, that's night and day, the receivers. You can't even compare that.
Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker, bro. There's no comparison to what we have now. Nobody on this team can match them. And they they couldn't do it. I mean, they were amazing. They were amazing. There's nobody on our team that we can even mention. We can put two players together and still wouldn't match to Brandon Marshall.
No, but I mean, Tyron,
nobody.
To Justin's point, there are some players that you hope can break out. Like you hope Le'Veon Bell can get back to his old self. You hope Chris Herndon and Ryan Griffin can stay healthy and do some things, and you can get some big plays out of wide receivers. But it's not like you go into the season and be like, all right, I have to build my defense to stop this one guy. They're not really scared of anybody right now. You gotta hope that these guys can do something. At the end of the day, though, none of those guys, none of those receivers, even Le'Veon Bell, even Herndon, can compare to what Brandon Marshall did for this team in 2015. Not that year.
He was a straight monster, bro. That's the best year I think he had with any team. He killed it, bro. So that's hard. I mean, with the receivers we have.
Just to play devil's advocate, obviously the impact of Marshall and Decker are far greater, I think, than whatever Bell or Crowder or Herndon might give you. But still, in 2015, tight end, Jeff Cumberland, Kellen Davis. I mean, nobody there.
Trash.
And your running backs, I mean, they were okay. Ivory, Powell, and Ridley. I mean, nothing special. So obviously,
when you have
that
kind of receiver play,
I think now
you don't need that kind of shit.
I understand, but at the same time, if you can make Bell and Herndon and Crowder, your trio of weapons and kind of build around them, I don't know.
Okay, I got a question for you then. Who is Bill Belichick preparing for on his team right now? Who is he losing sleep with? Because I know he lost sleep over exactly. But we had with Brandon Marshall and Decker, he had to prepare for those guys. There's not a receiver out there that scares him, bro. Nobody.
Well, Tyrone. In all honesty, what you're gonna do is you're gonna stack the box, stop Bell, and then hope you don't get beat deep. And the Jets do have the speed to beat you deep. It's a matter of keeping Sam on his feet to get on the ball. And that could be their plan. I guess.
Yeah, the speed is the big thing. You have plenty of guys on this roster, not only with speed, but with size as well. So if you could stretch the field with them and at least, like I said earlier, keep the safeties honest, that should really open things up underneath for Bell and Herndon and Crowder to do some things.
See, the biggest thing I think we're going to have is Herndon's going to make a big impact because he's in the middle of the field. That's what we lacked last year. Somebody in the middle of the field, you know what I'm saying? Until Griffin got hurt, you know what I'm saying? We had that open up the middle of the field. We didn't have nobody that could do that last year. So I understand we do have weapons. Don't get me wrong, Justice. I know we do have weapons, but when we're talking about Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker, man, that year, bro, if Sam had those right now, bro, we'd be contending for, you know what I'm saying, a Super Bowl right now. You know what I'm saying? Even with all of the BS going on. You feel me? That's my only point, man. Like, we don't have a receiver on this team that I think, other than Crowder, that I think is going to be consistent. I just don't see it.
Justin, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Good night, Blaze.
All right, Tyrone, give out all your information, man, as we wrap this up. How can everybody find you and your Waffles and Kool-Aid? That's going to be a new podcast, Waffles and Kool-Aid.
You know what? It's been a little fun tonight, fellas. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yo, give it to me every week. I appreciate it. TIPEZY Johnson on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? TIPEZY _91 on Instagram, and Tyrone Johnson 54 on Twitter. So have all the fun you want to. I'm ready, willing, and able to take on all and defend everything I said tonight. Let's go.
Prime time, your stuff?
KS1988 on Twitter. KS1988NYJ. I should know my own Twitter handle. And at Talk Jets Radio on Instagram. I'm still posting all the player highlight videos as we count down to training camp. Yesterday we hit 55 for Marvin Jones. I still got to get 54 posted up today. I don't know, maybe we'll go with Victor Hobson. So, yeah, check that out. All the videos are up on there. And then also on YouTube at Talk Jets Radio. Trying to get back into it, posting more videos every day. So stay tuned.
And we'll be back every Tuesday night. Like you said, Let's Talk Jets Radio on YouTube. Check out njmmashop.com, too. We're doing a fundraiser for the Community Food Bank in New Jersey, and shirts are going fast, so we appreciate it. And that's it. That was fun, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
All right, brother. Have a good one, man.
Later.
See you, man. Be good.